All right, what's going on, everybody? Brian Rhodes here. So we're going to talk about Edge AI tonight, and we got Alan on here, our what do you say, our lead developer, and my buddy that I've known for years. It's going to kind of talk to people about guiding them through on the best way to get prepared and get set up and be ready for Edge AI. As this thing is starting to roll out, we got a lot of people that have already filled out the Google Doc, basically claiming a position, because right now we just have a promo code. We don't even have links. That's how new this is. We've talked about this already, but just to kind of refreshen up, because it's the beginning of the Zoom. If you're on already new, or if you're watching this recording, what Edge AI in like a little nutshell is basically us funding a DeFi wallet. A DeFi wallet is like a Trust Wallet or MetaMask, and then using MetaMask in the D apps to attach it to this bot. And this bot is going to trade for us in our DeFi wallet, where we have access to our money any time of the morning, night, evening, middle of the night, beginning of the day, whenever you want to do whatever you want to do with your money. This bot the software is going to have the ability to 2x it all the way up to 5x, which means turn $1 into two, turn $1 into five, right? So it's not necessarily you're putting your money into a program and waiting a certain amount of days. You're actually attaching your wallet to the software, and the bot will trade for you. So to me, this is moving ahead in the right direction, to where we have more control over our own funds and our own ability to basically make decisions on what we want to do for our own in our own accounts. So Brad, you turn that down. So my daughter's on me right now. Sorry, but that's what I like about this the most. I'm almost sick and tired of kind of putting my money up in programs and not having control over it. Or if I want to withdraw what I put in it, not having the ability to do that, and only withdrawing the daily rewards or weekly rewards, or however we're getting paid. So this is bringing, more independence to yourself. There's going to be honestly not much of a learning curve here. It's going to be basically setting up a MetaMask account, which that's what Alan uses. So that's what I'm going to use. You can use other wallets as well, though, if you want to. That's up to you. And then just funding it. They use Ethereum. We're using Ethereum. So ETH. So you're going to want to buy that. That will be the hardest part, is buying the crypto. In the United States, the easiest way might be crypto.com. You can't even use Cash App because that's only Bitcoin, but you can swap your Bitcoin around somehow. But the hardest part will probably be getting Ethereum and then getting it to your wallet. Once you get to that point, the rest is going to be a little bit downhill. Wouldn't you say, Alan? I mean, because we've talked about that, and this is kind of the hardest part.
Depending on where you live, especially even in the US, there's certain states that you cannot use certain exchanges. So it's that is definitely the probably the most cumbersome part, is buying your Ethereum, and then setting all that up, whether it be with crypto.com, Coinbase, Binance, whoever you decide to use, and then sending it to you. The sending part's easy, but it's just the purchase of setting up that centralized exchange. If you are in the US, it's because you have to what's called KYC, which is know your customer. So you have to go through all the registering and putting your name and stuff. That's how you in the US, the exchanges are required to do that. So it's a little more cumbersome.
Gotcha.
But once you do that, a VPN will get you around it. It can, but I just would be a little leery of using a VPN, because if you forget to turn that on, they're going to know that you're not in Spain or whatever. So just FYI, I mean, I will tell you, don't use a VPN to supersede the KYC. That's what I'm going to tell you. What you do is, if you're sophisticated enough to know how to get around it, then that's on you.
Right. Exactly. So tonight, your first plan of action is to download MetaMask, like just to have it, create a little folder in your phone, put it with your Trust Wallet or your Exodus, just to have it. And then in MetaMask, I want to kind of bring that up to kind of show you, because it's not that difficult, but I want you to see. Hold on. So I'm going to allow this. Tell me if you can see my MetaMask now.
Yes.
All right. So this is MetaMask. You can see there's a lot of different things on the bottoms, down here, but really, I mean, it's as easy as the bottom left down here. You see the blue on here. This is my Ethereum network. I've had this for a long time. I probably have more than one account in there. See, I have multiple different accounts in my Ethereum network. You can make as many accounts in here, and it just gives you extra Ethereum addresses, different ones. You don't have to worry about that. Right now, you're just going to focus on the main one. This is my main one. I have Ethereum sitting here ready for me. If you're brand new and you want to figure out how to add or import a token, so you can see down here where it says import tokens on the bottom, you'll just scroll down on this page. On mine, yours will probably already say it, and you'll click import token, and then you got custom token or search token. Search token, you can type in Ethereum, you can do that. Yours is already there, so you won't need to find that. Or you can type in USDT, and you can add the USDT ERC20 to your wallet. Like, or what I mean, or you can add your USDC. You can add different tokens, and then they have the custom token one as well, right here. So you're not even adding a new network. You remember, Alan, we had to teach people how to type in all the right for networks.
Yes, that was
these...
so. But if you go up to the top where it says Ethereum main network, yeah. Yes, right there. So when you download it, it should more than likely is going to come up Ethereum, but it could come up with one of these other ones. All you got to do is go up to the top and switch to Ethereum. When you do that, you'll have it'll default with Ethereum in your wallet.
Right.
And so you won't need to add a token for Ethereum, but it is good to know for those of you that want to, you'll need to add it when the bot starts trading, because a lot of the tokens may not be listed. Some of them will be, some of them won't be. So in order to see them, you'll see the activity, and we'll cover that later at a later date, but you can see all the activity in your wallet, but in some cases you will have to add the token manually. Even it will trade even if it's not listed in your wallet, because it is in your wallet. You just haven't named it yet. So just so you know.
Right. And in there, you can click on Ethereum, and then this is where you would click, if you're going to send it to here, you just click receive, and then that'll give you a QR code, or you can click copy at the bottom, and you click copy, and that's what you would send to. So, it's just download the app, save your 12-word phrase or whatever word phrase it is. And that way, write that down on a piece of paper, put it in your safe, take a picture of it with your phone, not with your phone, but with someone, I don't know, just save it somewhere. Don't get a tattoo of it. Don't share it with anybody. Don't give out those keys to anybody. We will be importing, right, Alan? Is that how you say it? Importing our account
NFT.
Yeah.
Or no, importing. Now you'll import your account into the bot. Yeah, you will be. But it's a real easy process. So like I said, we'll cover that when we get there. Go back, if you don't mind, Brian, share your screen one more time, because Steve's asking a question that I wanted just to show, because I think it is going to be
hold on.
So after you purchase the NFT, so you're going to what's called mint the NFT. So we're going to send you to a website. You're going to connect your MetaMask. You need to have, probably with gas prices right now, you probably need to have 0.16, maybe 0.165, because you're going to have to pay some gas. Gas has been really, really inexpensive lately. I know I bought something today and I paid, I think, 8 GUI, which is about, I mean, it's not $8. It's a little less than $8. It depends on what the price of Ethereum is, which has actually gone up. We've had a little bit of a run on Ethereum because it was 1555 earlier today. If you go to your back where you showed all your tokens like you had it. So click at the top there, it says NFTs. So this is where your NFT is going to show up, and you may have to you may have to import it. So if you click on import NFTs there, so it's the exact same way. You're going to have an address, and we will send you the address. I will send as soon as we get the contract address. I got my other crews. We're currently deploying the contract right now. That's where Yogi and Craig are right now. They're working on that with our minting company that we use. And so they're working on deploying. As soon as we get that, we'll have the contract in here. And then your ID number is just what number. And we will show you, it will actually say on the NFT, when you buy it, it'll say what number you are. So, but I will send out instructions on the Telegram. I'll send it to Sally and Brian, and we should have all that here actually within, while we're on here, I'm gonna flip over to my, because they're talking and they're on another Zoom right now going over it.
And when this,
Yeah.
go ahead, do that on, but when that happens,
No,
you will see like an NFT, and I have one sitting here in the
Yeah.
Binance Smart Chain. It'll look like
Yeah.
this, but not with whatever that snail face is. I don't know what that is, but someone sent it to me. I don't even know if it's worth any money, but so that's on the Binance Smart Chain. I'm switching between networks at the top.
let me go ahead. Well, I just want to tell you this, Brian, but tell everybody this. So you will have, when you start trading NFTs, and when it will happen, you will have people blindly send you NFTs. Let me just tell you, this is one of the ways people will scam you. So if you've got an NFT like you have, Brian, you can look at it. Don't try to sell it. Just leave it in your wallet, because if you don't know who sent it to you or why you have it, there are ways that wallet drainers, they'll build a wallet drainer into it, and then when you interact with it, it'll give them access to your wallet when you go to sell it. So yeah, you never want to, unless you know. Yeah, I see somebody saying never claim a token or an NFT. If you don't know, if you don't know who it is, don't ever interact with unknown tokens or unknown NFTs. I have, I don't know, not thousands, but I have several hundred probably different tokens and a couple of my older wallets where people would just blindly send them to you, hoping that you'll interact with them. And they're all worthless, but you'll get that with NFTs too, especially if you have a wallet that you've kept for a long period of time. So I would just tell you, Brian, that you can look at it, you can do it a lot, you don't interact.
That's what remember Gary. It's from Gary. So
well, if you know who it's from, then it's perfectly
I don't know
okay.
if you knew what he was doing. So I'm just
but you'll get some scammers out there that will, especially if you buy a token that's a big hyped up token. A lot of times that's where you'll see it. Or if you're buying on an exchange, they'll go in and read all the wallet addresses and then start sending scam stuff to everybody. So it is the crypto space is a little bit of the wild, wild west. And so you just got to make sure, and like several people I've seen have said in the chat, don't interact with what things you aren't aware of, and don't click on links unless you know that they're, and I would even be hesitant to say, even if you know who they're from, because sometimes people fake, they'll pretend to be somebody that and so they can send you a link. So links are bad. Links, unless you for sure know who it's coming from.
Gotcha.
So just a little 2 cents.
So that's
that's MetaMask. And then so I can tell you what we're going to do is you will go to our website, which is edgeai.world. We have, it's a fully functional website right now. Whenever we get the mint contract deployed, we're going to shut off all our pages except for our Mint page. So when you go to that website, it's gonna have the instructions at the top. The first thing you're going to do is, if you have not filled out the Google spreadsheet or the Google form yet, you need to do that. If you have, you don't need to do it a second time. And you just fill that out. You will, Brian and Sally's team is the power team. They're the first ones. There's a little drop down to put what team you're with. And the power team's the top one. So it'll be real simple for you guys. And just select power team and make sure you put your sponsor, whoever introduced you to this, put their name in there. It's all timestamped. So we'll work on the genealogy. The genealogy will be kept intact, and then you can purchase your NFT. And so just to kind of clarify, when I asked for the address, I have gone and done some changing because I had several people putting their home address. That's not the address we're talking about. We're talking about your wallet address. So just know that.
That's funny.
Yeah.
You can send the crypto to this address, please.
Yeah, I know. But when I just put address, making assumptions. So I got to remember, don't make assumptions. Some people just don't know. So, and that's really going to be, we're going to have it tomorrow night. We're moving pretty fast and furious right now on our end.
Should we hold a Zoom tomorrow night?
I think we should. We could do it tomorrow night. I know you have your regular Tuesday night call. Y'all do, the power team does.
Yep.
And we can do it before or after or during, whichever. But I will tell you, the minting process is extremely simple. What the Mint's going to do is going to give you like Brian showed, a picture. The picture is going to be a generic picture. It's going to be, because we're going to do a reveal on Halloween Eve, or that night during the call, where it will show up in your wallet with your individual picture. So everybody's going to get something very similar to start, and then on Halloween night, everybody's NFT will change. So it's kind of a cool little fun thing. There are some Easter eggs, some hidden, special, rare NFTs that you'll get, and there's not anything, any way to get. I mean, you can't pay extra or anything. It's just sort of random, but there'll be a lot of the images are gold. I will show you. Let me see if I can pull this up.
Let's have a minting party tomorrow then. And
yeah, it's fun.
I'm going to be on and learn how this works, because I'm excited about learning how this works.
Let me hang on just a second. My dog is trying to attack me. I'll show you what the Mint page is going to look like. I'm trying to find, there it is. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, if you'll make me a co-host, I'll share this. And let me see.
Is the address that we're using, is that an Ethereum address for our NFT?
Yes.
Okay.
Everything we do right now is Ethereum based.
So you just use your Ethereum address.
Yeah, that's all you'll need to do.
So basically, your guys' goal from now to tomorrow is to get Ethereum inside of your wallet, in your MetaMask, or in whatever you're going to use to do this.
Okay, I will tell you, there are some great, Brian, I know in the past has made some really good videos too. If you really have confusion, there's some really good videos out on YouTube where you can find how to one steps. I don't know if Brian, if you still have some of those older ones that you used to do.
I do. But they were all around the Binance Smart Chain too. So
that's right. They were Binance.
It was a lot more technical on setting up the Binance Smart Chain.
Yeah, because we had to do all the adding of the network and everything back then.
Yeah, now it's a lot easier. I just go to Chainlink and you just connect every single one, which is a fantastic site.
All right, let me get on the Zoom, share screen.
Chain list, sorry.
And okay, so this is what the Mint page is going to look like. It's kind of a cool little So if y'all can see that, that's the Mint page. It'll have Mint on there, but this is kind of the theme of the NFT. NFTs are going to be but it's your door into Ed, which is the nickname of our bot, Edge. We call it Ed. And so this just kind of gives you a little sneak peek of what the site tomorrow will look like. So, and from here, it'll be have some simple instructions. You'll click mint, and then this Ed will pop up, and it'll have mint your token. Mint your NFT, sorry, mint your NFT, and it'll take about 15 seconds usually, and it will show up. You may have to add the contract. If you do, you probably will, because it'll be a recently launched, so the Etherscan is not going to recognize that until probably a couple of days. So if you want to show it immediately, you can just add the contract, and we can do all of that tomorrow. We can do it at the party, at the launch, the mint party, I guess you wouldn't call it that.
Right. I'd like to be ahead of the game. Steve asked a question. Will we have to connect the wallet first?
Yes. So yes, you'll have to connect the wallet in order to be able to mint, because you're going to pay the 0.15 ETH. And so it connects, and you can go in. And so if you go into ETH, this is what I do. This is just my personal, and I recommend everybody do this. I'll connect my wallet, and then you can go up in the settings and you can disconnect your wallet. So that's just a good practice. That's probably something we can show tomorrow. Okay. How you disconnect site from all sites, because when you use your wallet, if you're looking at Dex tools or you're looking at different things, sometimes they make you reconnect your wallet so that they can verify you're a real person or whatever. But I never try to leave any of my wallets connected past what use I'm using them for. If that makes sense.
Gotcha. That's good. That's one thing, guys. Alan will definitely educate you on not making mistakes. Yeah,
I've made plenty.
Yeah.
No need people to repeat them. They ask, is that per NFT or is it just one and done? We discussed this. We are not limiting the number of NFTs you can own. You only need one to access the bot, but we do know some people like NFTs. Some people might buy them as a speculation. I will tell you, after the 25th, the NFT prices are going to raise up at 25% a day until the 30th. And then the 30th, we will quit selling them. Will quit being available, I guess is the mint will stop, I guess is the actual words to use. And so people will be able to purchase an NFT that would give them access to the bot, but it'd be on the secondary market. So, if you had one and you bought an extra one, you could sell it on the secondary market. It would be OpenSea or Blur. Those are probably the two biggest NFT marketplaces. And, you can sell them. You can sell them anytime. You can sell all of your NFTs, but you do need to have one so that you can get access to the bot and for 30 days. And you need it on Halloween also to get your airdrop. We'll do a snapshot of all holders of the NFT on Halloween, and we are going to do a token airdrop, which that means we're going to send you tokens to the wallet that is holding the NFT at no cost to you. And then we'll kind of go over that when we get there.
What to do with them and how to use
how to sell them and how to make a little bit of money. That's the idea.
I like it. So tomorrow night, we're going to come on here, Alan, and what's the next step?
The next step would be we will actually mint. It'll be a 2-step process. The first one would be to fill out the Google form, but if you've already done that, you can skip it. And then the next one will be to mint. Minting is basically connecting your wallet and then hitting a mint button, and it will automatically do it for you, and it automatically will be sent into the wallet that you connected with.
All right.
So I would recommend, I would recommend you have at least 0.165 to, I mean, it's not going to hurt to have 0.17, because I mean, you're going to have a little extra, but I mean, it's your money, it's still going to be in your wallet, but you do need a little bit for gas. And
Right.
like I said, gas has been dirt cheap the last week or two. It's been as cheap as I've ever seen it.
So if I buy
Ethereum.
more than one NFT, will I get more than one airdrop?
Yes,
I'll
yes,
get
you will.
extra airdrops. All right.
So if, yeah, you'll get an airdrop for every NFT. So we haven't, oh, yeah, and we may have a special, I need to confirm it with our team. We may have a special for those that mint tomorrow. So
Lee
I
had a
will
good
announce that
question.
tomorrow.
Lee had a good
Yes.
question too about, are we actually going to see the bot in action, taking trades before we make any purchases? So folks actually see it is a robot, which aren't we paying the subscription at the end?
Yes, you're paying the subscription at the end. So you buy the NFT. The NFT will give you access to the trading platform, regardless of what level you trade at. So you'll have 30 days. Our subscription fee is based on trading volume, but with the NFT, if you came in and traded $1 million worth of trading volume, it's going to charge. There's no additional cost, so you get free use. And I understand, Lee, that people want to see that. But yes, you're going to have to buy the NFT without seeing the bot in action. Correct. The bot. So there's two pieces to the bot. And I don't try to explain this. The bot, the trading bot works. It's been used for quite some time. You have two pieces. You have an algorithm that is learning, and then you have a trading platform. We are working on both of those independently, so that when we join them, because when you start coding, I don't want to get too hyper technical, but think of it this way.
Go ahead.
If you were we're going to have two different entities joining together. If you join them early, then one of them, if you make a change in one, it's going to affect the other. So we're doing it independently. Then we're going to have a path that connects. And but you will have to. I mean, I will just tell you, you don't have to. If you're concerned and want to see the bot in action, I absolutely understand that. I would just reserve yourself and wait until the bot is in action and you can see it. We anticipate having something on Halloween to show everybody. We will provide some of the algo as far as the results prior to the bot launching. But as far as seeing the bot in action before you buy the NFT, currently that's not possible.
Are you able to produce any like history of the bot?
Yeah, I could give you some of the runs we did in September. I think I've already shown that to a couple of people, but yeah, we can do that. The issue is, I mean, it's not really an issue. The issue, the bot's learning. So what was valid in September as far as whether those trades are still happen today is probably not the case.
Can you give guys like anybody how do I say this? We talked today and you talked about some pretty smart AI people that you've had some conversations with. I don't know if you can say anything about that, but
no, I can't say anything about that right yet.
Okay. But yeah, it's definitely AI. It's definitely a bot. So it's definitely
we've got some people that we're talking to right now about being on our board. That when they come out, I mean, I'll just leave it at that. We're talking to some people about being on our board.
right. I'm pretty excited here. So basically tomorrow night we'll jump on here, get some Ethereum ready so you can learn how to get the NFT if you want to experience this bot before, or you can wait as well, and you can wait and watch others use it as well as we go too. But so it's up to you which way you want to do it. We're just kind of doing it as a team and getting this going. I want to be one of the first in this using this. So I'm excited about it and following Alan's lead on what to do. Let's see. I see a lot over there. Okay. Oh yeah, Sally, that's good info. I'm saving that. copy what Sally just wrote over there about the company in the Telegram chat. Put it in your notes. Sure, one of those notes people. I am, so that way you have it saved. That's good stuff about the corporate.
Yeah, I know somebody's asking, Tracy's asking, well, what is the formula? That'll never be shared. So that's an algorithm. That is our intellectual property. So that's like Coca-Cola giving you their secret recipe. So yeah. But I mean, the formulas, it doesn't matter. It's the results that everybody's going to want to see. So, how we get there. And like I said, or we've said before, the trades will actually happen they happen in your wallet. They don't happen in our wallet. We never take access of your funds. So you'll be able to see the trades as they happen in your own wallet.
I like that.
Hey, Alan, we got a quick question.
Sure.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
If I want to buy from multiple wallets, do I need to whitelist each wallet address if I'm going to buy from multiple MetaMask addresses? Do I need to fill a Google form out? Do I need a Google form for every different wallet address?
If you actually, yes, you do. But what I'm going to go do as we speak is I will go change that form to make it so you can put multiple wallets in there. So yeah, that I'll go do that because that's a good catch, Steve.
Yeah,
that would be a pain. That'd be a pain in the butt for everybody to have to do a form for every wallet they want to do.
Yeah, some people are going to be managing wallets for other people, family members, whatnot. So that would be nice, just kind of streamline that process in those situations.
I will go do that. And what will happen is that you're going to fall in the genealogy tree. If you do it a second time, we'll have roll ups. So I'll need to think the genealogy piece of that we'll have to evaluate, but we'll probably contact you and remove so that doesn't get. I mean, we are unit level, so it's really not going to matter. We're going to stay with the unit level compensation, so it's not going to be a big deal, but just keeps the clutter down.
And there was a question inside another one. I see people asking, what happens if the company never matures to function? I think that I can't read it. It's a little blurry. What is to stop the liquidity from being pulled where the NFTs will be worthless? I don't know. You might want
NFTs don't have liquidity. So they are an open market and you can sell on the open market. And there's what's called a floor price, which is basically the price of the NFT. But like a token, NFTs don't have liquidity.
Gotcha. And you guys are constantly tweaking and helping the AI bot learn, right?
Yes. Yeah. We're feeding it. We're adding new data sources as well as the data sources we have. We're changing the parameters to kind of fine tune this. And I mean, it's an ongoing daily basis. I mean, we're tweaking it almost daily, trying to see some days. I mean, some days the percentages will go down because we made a tweak that didn't work. We will remove it, add a different one. And so that's really what we're spending a lot of our time on.
And Lee had a question, like what coins would he want to hold for the bot, like to be prepared?
Ethereum. Everything we're doing currently will be on the Ethereum blockchain. We will be attaching and adding other blockchains. It is on part of our roadmap, and we will be adding those. We've looked at some Bitcoin pairs. We've looked at doing some stuff on Polygon, and some different other chains, but initially, and we've looked at BNB. The problem with BNB is its gas is so cheap that it's hard. It's just because scammers can launch contracts, launch tokens for $5, and so it's just not. Unfortunately, Ethereum is almost to that price right now. Historically, Ethereum's not that low. If you go back to 2021, late 20 or early 2022, I mean, you had Ethereum running it wasn't uncommon to see $150 for a transaction. So
another question, what's the estimated time on when the win rate can hit around 80%? Like, can you see the future?
No, I can't see the future, and I really don't want to. That's one of the things I'm staying away from, is giving. All I can tell you is what we've done historically, and historical performance does not indicate future returns. I'll just say that. We believe in what we're doing, and if I would just tell folks, if you have concerns, and the whole reason I created this bot was because I got tired of getting scammed. I created it, me and a couple other guys created it 15 months ago, I guess now. I'd been a part of several things that, they were bot trading and they really weren't trading. And so that's when I decided, let's figure this out on my own. When I created this, I had no intentions of doing what we're doing now. It was just for a handful of folks. We did this, and I joined up on a Discord group with about 20 other guys around the world, and one of the guys on there is Craig, who's our MIT grad, came to me and approached if I'd be interested in. They already had started Edge Global or EdgeAI World, and asked if I would like to come along and bring the bot, and I said absolutely. So I mean, that's kind of how it evolved. But the bot was created out of my frustration of making somebody else control it, and I get where the skepticism is. Absolutely understand.
Right. I see Dustin asked a question in there. You want to read that one over? And I see do we need a wallet for each NFT that we purchase?
No, you can purchase them all in one wallet. But you're only going to get you'll get airdrops, but only need one. You only need it in one wallet you're only going to need it in one wallet to be able to have access to the bot, if that makes sense. All right. So who was it? Dustin.
One more question, Alan, regarding that. If I want to buy 2 NFTs and send one to my wife, as long as she has that NFT in her wallet, she can use the bot, correct? So I can gift it to her.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because we'll do a snapshot, and we'll be able to capture those. It'll be token gated. I don't know if without getting it's NFT gated, but it's actually what we'll be doing. And so whenever you access the bot, it'll see that you have the NFT holding in that wallet.
Gotcha.
All right. Oh, Dustin. Okay, let me rephrase. What if the service that makes the NFT worth more than just a piece of digital art goes under? It's just worth whatever someone will pay for it. And then the NFT is just, yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
Dustin, what you're asking, and the NFT is just a piece of digital art. It's an NFT like any other NFT on the marketplace, whether it be a Bored Ape or there's thousands of different NFTs out there. Some of them are worth, Bored Apes are worth, right? I mean, they've dropped in price a lot, but they're still worth about 25 ETH, so about 50 grand per NFT. Some of them were over. I mean, there were some of them selling for 7 figures, $1 million. Not that we think ours is going to be $1 million, but we do think ours will have some value, because remember, we're going to increase the price of the NFT. If you hear that, we're going to increase the price of the NFT on the 25th, the 26th, 27th, 28th, and 29th. And then on the 30th, we'll stop selling. So if we're trading a pair, say ETH BTC, do we need, ETH BTC, do we need some sort of both? No, you do not need both coins. And we'll be swapping. We're not going to necessarily be trading pairs. We're going to be swapping ETH for other tokens and then swapping back into ETH. That's what the bot does. So it's not really necessarily working with pairs. It's working with reading, sometimes newly launched tokens, sometimes existing tokens that would be on a swing trade. There's different parameters that it will be evaluating. And so you do not need to own anything other than Ethereum. What will be the max supply of the NFTs? We have tentatively set it at 100,000. I don't know what it is. I mean, we have over, I think, 3.5 million of attributes that we technically could make to where we could have 3.5 million that look different with all the attributes we have. But will you create more of the same NFT later? No, every NFT will be unique. And after Halloween, these NFTs, the NFTs will be locked, so they can't be used again. I mean, we'll have a supply of them, and they'll be out there in the secondary market, but they will not be generated. If we do, and we do intend on doing some creative things with NFTs in the future, and when we do, it will be a totally different NFT, different collection. I know we're talking about looking at a Christmas themed one, and our phase 2 kind of, not so much doing it for the same reason that we're doing it now, but having some, without getting into too many details, something a little different with that's on tied to our roadmap.
Will you create more of the supply?
No, we won't.
No.
Steve.
I mean, they're like a gift card. I don't see it being used for much more for me than just a gift card, especially later on, right now. And isn't that the same kind of process later on, Alan, where it's like,
yes,
you get an NFT and I'm like, hey, Miles, I want you to try this out. I want to give you this NFT. You get a free 7 days in the bot. And just
yes. I mean, there are folks out there who collect NFTs. I mean, it's kind of, in some sense, kind of like the old baseball trading cards. I mean, some people view them that way, where that you trade them, and there is a value to them, and just like anything else, the value's in the eye of the beholder. So what you may not think's worth anything, somebody may think's worth a lot, and so that's what the secondary market's for, and that's OpenSea, where you can go on to OpenSea.io and you can look and see there are literally thousands and thousands of different types of NFTs out there. Some of them are very bizarre. Some of them are really cool. So it's a totally different world of crypto. So if you're not experienced with that, it is kind of fascinating. But it's also, there's a lot of really neat things being done with NFTs, especially in the music world. We are working with a guy right now who has a NFT. And I'm not even really sure I can explain this well. It's kind of like a Spotify, but instead of actually subscribing to Spotify, you have an NFT, and that gives you access to the subscription. And he is in LA, and he has musical artists that he is having them go straight to basically the consumer without having to mess with the record industry. So it's really pretty cool. I mean, that's kind of cutting edge. And I really see that's kind of where the music industry may end up going, where artists have total control and they can use the blockchain to, guarantee it's my song, I'm getting the royalty for it. So it's some really cool, really cool stuff. And he's coming on board. We've talked to him today, and we're going to do some crazy, I don't want to say crazy, some really neat stuff with him. And my dog, I have a little 6-month puppy that's trying to eat my hand here. It's driving me crazy. So, okay, stop. So if you have any other questions, I'll be glad to answer. Besides creating scarcity and making sure you have enough people on board to handle customer service initially. Is there another reason why you're not making this available to more people? I'm assuming you'll eventually make it work. We're not limiting, Lee, who we're making this available to. If you have more people, bring them. We're scale. I'll just tell you, we're scaling the bot to 1 million users. So that's we're using. It'll be used on the cloud. It will be. We're working on the security aspects, but that was one of the things. Is to have I don't know that we may never get to 1 million, but to have 1 million simultaneous users.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. I
What-
mean, we're like the
what that-
founders of this.
Yeah. I mean, literally, we've been working on this thing for months and months and months and months. We literally, a week ago today is when we first kind of went public with this. Really, where we started, sharing it with people. We had been talking with Brian and Sally for several weeks, but it was Monday. Up until Monday actually up until this past weekend, we required most people to sign in. If we were going to get heavily involved, we were having people sign NDAs. We've kind of gotten past the NDA stage now because we're talking about it. So, but yeah, no, we're not limiting it to 5,000 people. No, you're good, Lee. The way the technology is going to work, if it works for one, it'll work for 1 million, because everybody's going to have their own dedicated node, or at least if it's not pure dedicated, it's shared based on traffic flow. So if you have somebody who's not trading, they may share a node with somebody who is trading. The bot's automatically going to detect. So think of a node as like a highway from your wallet to Uniswap is what we use. So Uniswap is a DeFi exchange, and we have a direct pipeline that we're providing with the bot to the end user, to the back end of Uniswap. And our second phase will open up the bot to be able for the end user to manually trade. So you'll be able to utilize the bot. And what's special about the bot more than anything is the speed of transaction. Without going into a whole lot of hyper technical stuff, is it puts you to the front of the mempool. So if you understand technology or understand crypto, the mempool is where all the trades that are waiting go. So it's kind of like the traffic flow. What this bot does is it moves you to the front based on when your trade executes. So there is a first and there is a second in all trades. And one of the things that the bot will do is, if there's 10,000 people all wanting to make that trade, and the bot makes 5,000 trades, and then on 5,001, the bot will say, don't make that trade. So based on if the parameters get out of line, the person who was first in line this time will go to the back of the line for the next trade. So we're going to try to make this as equal as possible. So if you'll have some kind of a rotation, but you will still have a 2x, 3x, or 5x. So, and in all honesty, we don't know. I don't think anybody knows how this is going to affect the marketplace, because if we have 5,000 people all buying the same token at the same time, what does that do to a token? I mean, if you have 5,000 people putting in $100, that's $500,000 into a token in a matter of a minute. What does that do? What does that do to people who aren't in our bot? Do they see that? Then they start buying too. The data, some of the stuff that's out there now, there are going to be people who see the amount of volume going through these tokens. And so it should create some FOMO, which could make this, it could be very interesting. I mean, we don't know yet. I mean, that's kind of the big unknown. I don't think it'll be negative at all. I just don't know. We're trying to figure out ways that we can take advantage of that to be honest. How do we take advantage of when other people outside of our community are FOMOing?
Right. We're gonna start a bull run. Let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, we've jokingly said this could start. I'm not big headed enough to think that I'm going to create the next bull run, but I know the next bull run is coming. I mean, it's.
I just read what
you know,
Lee was writing. It was funny. He's like, bye
Oh
bye.
yeah,
He just started.
yeah.
That'll actually help out a lot too. So hopefully the prices do start going up, jumping up. But thanks, Alan. I know you've been on here a
Yeah.
long time. You didn't plan on staying on here for an hour, but look forward to tomorrow, everybody, being on here tomorrow night, same time. Get some Ethereum ready, and we'll go through the steps on how to get these NFTs and getting prepared and all set up and ready. Okay.
And I'll just tell anybody I'm in most of the Power Teams chats on Telegram and stuff. Just feel free to ask a question if you got a question. I will answer anything. If I don't know, I'll tell you I don't know. But yeah, I'll try to answer anything I can.
All right, cool. Thanks, Alan. Thanks, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow night. What?
Thanks, everyone.
Yep. Thank you. All right. Bye, everybody.
Later.